Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this video tonight is about PhotoGrav and more. Somebody posted last night on Facebook this photograph that she'd engraved, and she wasn't happy. The customer was pretty happy with it, but she wasn't happy because the eyes of the dog, you couldn't see them in the picture. Well, you've got almost black eyes on a dog that's black. If I take PhotoGrav and do it, this is what it looks like. You can't really distinguish. This is run through PhotoGrav. And this is kind of like a test. I only ran a sample that big. I mean, like, it's only 1.6 by 1.6 inches because I didn't want to waste tile, as you don't want to waste tile. Then I took the PhotoGrav picture, and I don't know if this is the best way to do it. And this came out okay on a larger scale. If you had the whole object and you weren't looking at the dog's face, and I didn't know what size she wanted the photo at. I made the photo 5 by 7. So 5 by 7. Well, actually, the picture is it's a high quality picture, 42 by 60 or 56. But your eye is going to the dog's eyes. So I took PhotoGrav and I just erased and put in some white. Then I took it, and you could play around with this. I made maybe the dog's eyes too perfectly round. But from a distance, this looks pretty good to me. And if you were looking at it on a grander scale, so here's the photograph I did in PhotoGrav. I doctored the picture before I photograved it. I took the grayscale picture and just erased the eyes, and I think I'm going to make a video on how I did that because I do not have the gray picture up on this screen. But that looks pretty good. I mean, it looks natural kind of to me. You could play around with it a little bit more. This is the fraction. I mean, when you blow it up, these are that piece of scratch, the scratch here is from, I had a piece of tile just laying around. I do a lot of tile cutting, and this piece was just like a 4 by 12 piece that I run samples on to get, because if the emphasis of this picture is the dog, the ranger, the cart, the trees are going to come out good, but your main emphasis is a memorial for the dog. So if you do a little cropping, and I think I am going to make a second video on how I did this, I think it looks pretty good. You got to remember that this is blown up real well, and if this was only 6 by or 1.6 inches on a piece of granite, and this is what this is. I mean, this is 1.6. Your eyes would not detect that I manipulated his eyes. So stay tuned for part 2.